Hi friends, today we'll see how we can combine the backtesting of various strategies. Like you have already backtested a set of strategies and now you just want to combine it with a single strategy which you have tested in StockMark. And if you do it in StockMark, you have to again test the old strategies as well as the new one, which costs a lot of points. So to see, let's go to the tool which I have created. So this link will be shared in the description section of this YouTube video. So it is an Excel tool. When you select, so if you have to go here and download it from there, and you need to have Excel in your computer to work on it. So you will see this download option using which you can download it. And so this tool looks like this one. So this is pre-populated with some of the common strategies which I'm running, like 9, 19, 20 point expiry day ones. And here it is the number of lots which are running for those strategies and the capital. And based on that, it will decide whether how much profit loss it is making, how much is MDD, how much capital you need. And this capital is arrived at based on the margin needed. So you can change this capital per lot based on your broker. And 2 times of MDD is taken as the extra buffer based on which it calculates the capital and as well as the return based on that capital. And then some other parameters like return to MDD ratio, the max winning streak, the expectancy as all. You will all be aware about these parameters if you're already using Stockbox. Now, if we go to the data sheet, we'll see this is where all the data is populated for all these strategies. And if we want to, what we can do is, if we just want to see how two strategies are working, so we can just make zero to all other strategies, and these numbers will be so this top row is the second row will take these numbers from there, and then if it is zero, it will ignore that particular profit loss for that particular strategies. If the number is two, it will double that profit. So that's how the formula on this BT total is built. So this is pre-populated, but let's see, like if we want to insert a new strategy into this mix, or maybe you already have some strategies which you want to insert and see how it is working. So how that will work is you have to select this M column and just insert one column before it. So now we have this column, and the second step is for that strategy, we have to populate the profit loss date wise. Now, how to do that? We have to do that using VLOOKUP function. So first we need to have the backtesting data of that strategy with us. So take an example of, so this is one strategy, like if you test in stock market, you get this kind of data. So this is at the, just if you are not testing in basket, but individual strategy, the values come like this. So what we need is for a given date, we need a profit and loss in one single sheet. So how do we do that is we select all this values starting from the date and going to the bottom. So I'll copy paste here, and then what I will do is I'll go to data and sort G to A. Now I'll remove, just I will keep one header column and remove all other these date rows. Now, the one more thing is here, the date still has this day here, which we don't want, because if we see, we need the date in this format so that we can do a VLOOKUP to get that particular profit loss value for that particular date. So in order to do that, what we'll be doing is we'll be inserting one blank column before B, and here we'll be separating out these days into this column so that only date is left. So how to do that is you select all this column, and then we have text to column function. So in this text to column, there will be a delimited option, use that, and in the other, use open bracket and say next, and then finish. So what this will do is it will just keep the date here. Now you can delete this column. So now we have the date and we have the profit for that particular date. Now just copy these two rows. So what I'll be doing is I'll be selecting all this, the A and B column. Yeah, I can select like this full column, and I will create one new sheet here and I'll paste it here. Now to map these values to this one, what I'll be doing is I'll be putting the VLOOKUP formula. So in this is one piece like where, so what I want to do is I want to see this value 15 Feb 19 and pull the value of profit and loss against that value for that study. So I'll be looking for this value, and where I have to look is where I have select that sheet one which I have inserted. So I'll select this A B column. So you can see sheet one uh, exclamation mark A is to B. That means I'm looking into all these. So now it will match that A3 column with this A column here, and wherever it find match, we want to find the second column value. Like first is the date itself, second is the profit. So I'll give 2 here, and for accurate match, we have to give select false. So this is the VLOOKUP formula which will be used to pull the value into our main sheet. So this has to be kept in mind. So you can see like 15 Feb value is pulled here. So we can check also here. Let's see where is 15 Feb. Yeah. So 15 Feb 19, we can see the loss was 1983 and which got pulled here. So that formula is built properly. Now we will, what we'll do is we will pull all that formula and copy it to all other columns in that, but all other rows in that particular column. So I'll select all the rows till the 15 July. So we'll talk about how to populate the data for future also. But for now, so now if I copy paste, so this formula is copied here. So now I have got all the values. So now what I will do is currently it is pulling based on that formula, but I'll just copy paste those as a values so that we are not dependent on formula. So what the next step is, you just copy paste all the values which you have populated, do Control C, and then right click. It will give these options like so this is paste by values 1 to 3, so I'll use that. So it will paste the same values, but now it is independent of formula. Now let's say this strategy which I have inserted is same Nifty 919 but with weight and trade. And now I have to give the lot numbers. So what I have to do is I have to go to the summary sheet, and here I have inserted one before BN20 point. So what I have to do is I have to insert one row before this BN20 point, and that row I can name as say maybe Nifty 919 weight and trade 2 point, and then give a lot number there. Again, populate the capital, and then this total capital is nothing but the capital per lot into number of lots. So that's where this formula. And what we have to do is this value, like this is the cell H28. So we have to populate this value in the this just above where we inserted in the M2 column. So like equal to H28 so that so let's see what value it is. So it is H28 of summary sheet. So how we select it is we put equal to, and then we go to summary sheet, and then we put our cursor into that lot number which we have inserted. So we can see summary exclamation mark H28. So it's selected there. So now that lot number is also selected, and our backtesting total now will consider this also into picture. So now you can see, like say if I make it 0, this is how the data looks like. Reward to risk ratio is 1.53, maximum DD is 10,435. Now if I make it 1, it means it is considering one lot of it. So you can see the DD has gone a little bit up, the return to MDD ratio has gone up, has gone down. So that way we can see. So this is one way of inserting the data into this sheet. And once you put the data in the data sheet, automatically this backtesting total will be updated. The only thing you have to consider is you have to insert the row before BN20 point so that the formula will consider that. So if I want to insert more strategies, I can just insert one more row and again copy the values, and then uh, uh, the backtesting report, the basket and the other parameters are also updated, and you can play with the lot sizes to see how the returns and MDD looks like. So we saw, like if you are testing individual strategies, how to get the values for a given date. And if we do it for a basket, then it is a little easier because we get values like this, where we have the date on this side and you have the P and L. So in that case, again, the same thing, like we'll copy all these values and into a new sheet. And here again, the day is there, so we don't want day. So what we'll do is we'll remove that day by using a text to columns feature of Excel, and this bracket column is there. And so now we have this one. So we can just delete this one, and then we can copy this data to that sheet. So we saw we created this sheet one. We can just copy paste this data into this sheet again. Just select all of the rows by clicking on the topmost, this left hand side topmost, so that the all the data will be created. Now say I want to copy the data for this strategy number as 3. So again we'll be using the same VLOOKUP, but from the date the position of this column as 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be VLOOKUP of this sheet, and the fifth column we have to select. So let's see one example. So again, like BN20 point, we are going here, we are inserting a row here. Now say it is S3, and again now I'll be doing a VLOOKUP. So what I'll be doing is I'll be looking for this date in this sheet. So select all the rows and columns, and the column which I'll be selecting is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I'm selecting for fifth strategy, and then false. So this is there, and now I have to just copy paste this formula to other rows, and this is coming as NA because the value is not there for that strategy. I mean, for that date, the strategy is not having a value. So what we can do in those kind of cases is So we have to select all this and first convert it into values like we did earlier. So now this hash NA will say that so what we can use is we can use replace all. So we'll replace this hash NA with the zeros. In the same way, sometimes like say for expiry day strategies, we'll have blanks. So we have to make blanks a zero again using the same formula where we will say that uh, replace control F we have to press, and then in the replace all we have to say find what, just leave it blank and replace with zero, so it will replace the blanks with zero, so that way this formula will work, otherwise the formula will not work. So that's how we have to do it. And again, like I have inserted S3 before this one, so we have to populate the lot size. So now what I'll be doing is I'll be again inserting one row. So either you can just click on the row where BN20 point is there and say insert. So it will, and then I can say S3, maybe one lot, say we need 1,50,000 for one lot of it. And now I have to populate this lot size in this data sheet. So here, so I'll say equal to and take the lot size from here. So now this thing, so S3 is also now uh, accounted here, so we can see like how it works. So you just play with the lots and see how it works. Now what we'll do is we'll see uh, how to keep updating this data, because say we so this data which is there is updated till 15 July. So like say I want to so first thing is like for this one I have to go with 18 July 22, and so currently in Stockmark we have data till 21st July. So this the backdating the backtested total, you have to copy the formula, and there are few other things also which you need to copy. So all these rows which are after BN20 point, all these columns you have to copy for those rows. So we have populated till 837. So we'll copy all these formulas in 837 column only. Now say if I want to populate for N99, what I'll be doing is just I'll be going to stock mark. So this is the Nifty 919 straddle the 4001. So and I'm using a free account where every day you get 15 credits for backtesting for 1 month. So I run it, and then I get this data. So I'll just download the CSV. So in this CSV, I can see these values. So for 18, 19, 20, 21, we have these values. So now I have populated this. So once, so same way, all the studies to be populated. And as soon as this backtesting total is updated, this data is also updated. The overall, how the the maximum drawdown, or how the win loss ratio looks. So all that will be visible. So that's how we can do it. Uh, then we have some modifications to it also, like where I can see if I want to run all the strategies on Monday to Thursday, excluding Friday. So that one I have not incorporated here. That will be done later. So just one thing what we can see here is uh, let's take an example like we are so if I populate everything as 0 and just leave one as 919, then that backtesting details which we are getting is for the 919 strategy only. So you can see like the maximum drawdown is around 13,572. So if I just increase the lot size to 5, we can see the maximum drawdown has gone to 67,860 at the capital of 7,85,000. Uh, but say if we just merge it with some other strategies, like I have selected these strategies, so you can see the capital is still the same, 7,75,000, but the drawdown is less. So that's why it's uh, crucial to mix the strategies when you are increasing your capital rather than just going with the one strategy. So thanks, Adrian. I hope you like this tool. You can uh, provide your comments also in case you need any improvements which are possible in Excel. The link for the this Excel will be provided in the description section, so you can get it from there. Thanks.